Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Short-term market corrections mean nothing. This coming from Digital Asset Buy here on Twitter. It's all about the Internet of Value, and that's what's coming, guys. If you didn't catch the video I did this morning, I suggest you watch it. I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. Basically, markets move as they move. I know if this is your first bull run, you're probably a little worried, maybe a little concerned that the market is down about 20%. Check out this morning's video, though, if you are a little concerned. We got to look at the bigger picture, and we are here for the long term. And Digital Asset Buy says, we are in the regulatory moment we've been waiting for since crypto's inception. Here's a clip of Christian Carlo, aka Crypto Dad, in an online seminar discussing where we are today with regards to crypto adoption. Listen to this.
30 years ago, the Internet of Information didn't find itself running headlong into some ministry of information, and therefore it was easy for Washington to take it. In fact, information and communications are protected by the First Amendment, freedom of speech. And so Washington was able to take a hands-free, hands-off approach, and I would say that innovation ran into a regulatory light zone. Well, this time around, an Internet of Value, where instead of using the Internet to record information as the first wave of the Internet did, this wave of the Internet is about recording value on the Internet. Who owns what and who's transferring what to whom on the Internet, as opposed to recording it on bank balance sheets. This time around, this innovation is running into a whole host of federal regulators with incumbent roles in the existing system. So it's actually not that surprising that this wave of the Internet is encountering a degree of rearguard action. But you also used the phrase earlier, anti-American, and I agree with that. Resistance to technological innovation is at heart, goes against the ethos of an aspirational immigrant society such as ours, where we've historically not only tinkered with new technologies, we've done so and led the world in doing so. This time around, one of the biggest, I think, disappointments for many of us is that we're allowing that innovation lead to take place elsewhere. And I think that's now going to be reversed. And I think that's going to be good news for everywhere, including Canada, which I think will very quickly follow U.S. lead, because in many ways your society is similar to American society. In fact, many of the leading lights in this are Canadians that have come down to the United States or are developing it north of the border as well. So I think we're going to see a lot of North American innovation in this leadership.
And we're already starting to see it now. So just to reiterate, a small blip on the radar, even as, the market is rebounding. I know people are still, looking at that fear and greed index and are like, oh, panic, panic, panic. Maybe I should have sold out earlier. For more information on what I'm personally doing, because I've been through 3 of these, guys, follow me, patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. It's my up-to-date trading strategy. And that is, it's a bit of a moving target because we really don't know where we're going to be by the end of 2025. Is it going to be real-world utility? Is it just another spec market? Follow me for all my targets where I plan on selling my Bitcoin, my XRP, and other altcoins. Patreon.com/workingmoneychannel for all that information. Anyway, wanted to thank Digital Asset Buy for posting that. Austin King, guys, also bringing this to our attention, a new upgrade, the biggest, he says, I guess in his opinion, since 2013 was just announced. Native programmability. He says the first and most important thing to understand, the XRP ledger already has native modules like the DEX, the decentralized exchange, escrow tokens, and more that are all needed by traditional finance to onboard into crypto. This next phase is about expanding and enhancing what is already great about the XRP ledger. So the key unlock for this next phase is any developer will be able to enhance the chain. We're moving to a new stage where not only is Ripple bringing institutions, but developers will be able to access those institutions and build for them on the XRP ledger. Why is this unique? Most chains like Ethereum choose to do full programmability from the start. XRP, on the other hand, built hyper-optimized modules for the top use cases. This new programmability specifically enhances those existing modules. So what's that going to look like? Take escrow functionality, for example. As the first step, the team is planning to empower developers to build on the native escrow functionality. This could allow layered escrow. So think complex real estate deals, which is a great example that I've been talking about for years now. The fact that you might not need a real estate agent anymore. I mean, every process in buying and selling a property, that can all be done through smart contracts, options. So think hedge funds and more. And then he gives some examples here. The team will incrementally be rolling out programmability to all of the native and optimized modules. I'm very proud of engineers like MS Vidari for driving forward innovation like this on such a massive scaled network. It's extremely exciting to see. Most people don't know how much innovation is happening on the XRP ledger and how much more activity this will unlock. So ultimately, guys, at the end of the day, unlocking more activity means driving more demand to the cryptocurrency XRP, the native crypto on the XRP ledger. And more demand, guys, is just going to mean higher prices down the road. So all the moving parts, right? This is positive news to get more XRP adoption rolling. Wanted to thank Austin King for posting that. Guys, I also happen to see this from Ripple partner Airwallex. So it seems like every single week, Airwallex is coming out with a new announcement. Business service provider Vistra and financial platform Airwallex have now announced a new partnership. Via this collaboration, Vista will integrate Airwallex's business account and enable financial products into its platform, giving its users more convenience and efficiency in handling their global operations, the company said on Monday. Here's a quote. Through this integration, Vistra's clients can now execute on the two most important tasks of operating internationally using its platform, establishing an entity and enabling the entity to transact by way of opening a global business account. Vistra's clients will also have access to a competitive foreign exchange coverage offered by Airwallex's 24/7 pricing according to the release. And you better be aware that is likely, very, very likely happening over the XRP ledger. Embedded finance is part of our ambition to give clients the necessary tools to conduct and grow their global business with ease. Everything becoming more seamless. Of course, when you do have happy clients, more business will get done, and they will likely use the technology in a larger capacity. Whether they want to transfer funds between their entities, pay employees or suppliers, they can now do so faster and with access to the best FX rates any day of the week while managing other entity-related tasks all in one unified place on the Vistra platform. So that's how they're leveraging Ripple partner Airwallex. Great news there. Also wanted to bring this up, guys, from Mike Manfield, another Ripple partner, a big one, guys. Credit card provider Amex and Alipay brings seamless payments to international travelers in China. So that's interesting. Alipay also connected to Ripple. So two Ripple partners here bringing this service to China. All eligible Global American Express card members can now link their cards to the Alipay digital wallet, enabling seamless and secure payments at tens of millions of merchants across the Chinese mainland. This initiative not only simplifies transactions for travelers, but also provides local businesses with greater opportunities to attract international customers. And here's a quote. Our collaboration with Alipay helps advance our commitment to providing an exceptional experience to American Express card member holders traveling to and within China. By integrating with Alipay's digital wallet, we are empowering our card members with more ways to transact and connect with a vast network of merchants across China. Travel is an essential link for global connectivity and shared prosperity. This is another quote. We are thrilled to expand our collaboration with leading industry innovators like American Express, continuously developing a vibrant and mutually beneficial ecosystem. Through consistent breakthroughs in innovation, we aim to help small businesses achieve cross-border growth and enable people to deepen cultural understanding and mutual trust through safe and convenient travel experiences. So integrating both Ripple partners, guys, Alipay and American Express, they are creating a more successful network for their customers to do business in the Chinese mainland. American Express is the first foreign payments network to be licensed to clear renminbi transactions in the Chinese mainland through its Express Company joint venture. It has partnered with more than 30 leading Chinese banks, so that's a big deal too. And with the integration of American Express, international visitors can now use 7 card brands from major credit card companies, and that's also what's becoming more and more important as the world becomes more globalized and business becomes globalized. As the world becomes, and it feels like the world is just becoming smaller, with more people traveling, more business transactions being done across borders. It is just one more piece of the puzzle that is falling into place that will foster more DLT adoption through these Ripple partners, namely Amex and Alipay. So great news there. Wanted to thank Mike for posting that. Also happen to see this. The Arab Energy Fund enhances lending operations with Ripple partner Temenos. The Arab Energy Fund, a multilateral impact financial institution, has implemented Temenos corporate lending in partnership with Systems Arabia, another company there. This transformation involved migrating over 350 syndication contracts from the legacy syndication lending module to Temenos' corporate lending platform to modernize their financial operations. Backed by its 10 Arab member countries, the Arab Energy Fund aims to expand its offerings in financial institutions, including loans, equity investments, and financial advisory services, serving both public and private sector partners across more than 35 countries. And considering considering, Temenos is a Ripple partner, and considering they're serving these Arab countries, it doesn't name the 10 Arab countries, I don't think, in here. But, it is probably also good news that XRP is a Sharia-compliant cryptocurrency to that point. The implementation, though, of Temenos' corporate lending powered by the flexible arrangement architecture framework, an extensive set of open APIs, will support the energy fund's corporate and investment banking portfolio by enhancing loan issuance and management. It will mainly accommodate products related to sustainability, green initiatives, and Sharia-compliant facilities. So there you go. You have the Sharia-compliant here as the backbone of the requirements. XRP, a Sharia-compliant cryptocurrency. All things are looking positive for XRP holders. There's a couple more quotes down here at the end of the article. But, I think the biggest point, Ripple partner Temenos, and this is a big partner too. They are, one of the biggies that have been integrating these large funds and, financial institutions, banks. This one is an energy fund. They do the back-end integration, considering they're leveraging DLT technology, and considering they've been partnered with Ripple for over 8 or 9 years now. This, in my opinion, means more integration into the future, into DLT solutions. And, even if they're, communicating with another blockchain, even if these companies are doing business with other companies that are leveraging other blockchains, all of them are interoperable. So at some point, some of this value is going to be going through the XRP ledger. Anyway, great news there coming from Ripple partner Temenos. And I know I've been getting DMs. Some of you guys have been asking me about the ISO 20022 integration. This came out a couple of weeks ago. I do want to reiterate that ISO 20022 apparently is being pushed to July 2025, July 14th, 2025. This courtesy of Michael Branch here. And I'm not going to go over this in depth, but essentially it was supposed to be scheduled for March 10th, 2025. The Federal Reserve announced that on February the 13th, 2025, that it is rescheduling the ISO 20022 integration until later this year, July 14th, 25. The industry was racing against the time to meet the March deadline. The delay will give financial institutions and vendors much needed time to complete their preparations and ensuring a successful migration. Again, this is from an American perspective. So because we have a new president in the White House, and because he's still new in some regards, I think a lot of these legislative bodies now have to catch up, and the stablecoin regulations I think have to be in place first before I think anything meaningful happens in the U.S. So pushing the deadline, I think makes sense to some degree. So just kind of wanted to bring that to your attention in case you were wondering. We were expecting ISO 20022 integration earlier this year, but alas, here we are, guys. We have to wait a little longer. But wanted to thank Michael anyway for posting that. Now, Marcus Treacher breaks down how ISO 20022 adoption benefits Ripple and its connection to blockchain. I don't know if you guys knew this, but it does bode well for Ripple XRP. I know we talk about these ISO compliant coins, and there's been debate as to whether cryptocurrencies can be ISO 20022 compliant or not. Bob Way went on the record years ago saying whether, and forget about the discussion of whether the coin is compliant or not, ISO 20022 standards are going to help Ripple regardless. Here's Marcus Treacher breaking down how it benefits Ripple and its connection to the blockchain. Listen to this.
Well, ISO 20022 is a global agreement on the information that moves with a payment from a sending bank or payment company to a receiving bank. And the reason it's so special is that it creates the ability in a very flexible way to put in very clearly defined information in large amounts if that's required, for example, wrong addresses, wrong names, descriptions, so that the sending and receiving counterpart, payment company or bank, can exchange a payment, exchange value without having failures or the rework or the manual intervention that many of the older standards create. So ISO 20022 has been around for a few years now, and it's gaining momentum very quickly. I think as the world's moving to a more digital-first model, i.e. more payments are delivered either through machine execution or through apps on people's phones or your marketplaces, the value of having a really powerful, strong standard for exchanging those payments, people to people, marketplace, buyer to seller, without having the overhead of manual rework and having to second guess what a payment's about, is really powerful. And for Ripple, taking that model into the blockchain space, it gives us a big advantage because we can, from the get-go, facilitate highly automated payments end-to-end. What we can also give back to ISO 20022 is advice, help, suggestions about how the standard can be extended into a truly internet world and into the kind of cryptographic element that really underpins Ripple. So kind of giving and benefiting both ways, if you like, from Ripple's membership of ISO 20022.
Thank you.
So ISO 20022 in a nutshell is essentially the gateway for all these compliant crypto companies in the blockchain technology to really thrive. If it's going to be the standard, well, these banks are going to have no choice in the near future. They have to get on the new standard, and this is also part of what Bob Way was saying all those years ago. I wish I could find that Bob Way video. If I can find it, I'll see if I can find it. I'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner for you guys. But anyway, wanted to thank Smoke and Marcus Treacher for breaking that down for us. So now, guys, I mean, this comes up every now and then. I've been in this space for 7 years, just over 7 years now, and the amount of XRP we hold has always been a topic of debate. XRP Captain posting this, and I don't think he was the one that came up with this, but 2,505 XRP is all you need in order to be amongst the richest holders. So it was Ito Farina, I believe. Yeah, he emphasized how early current XRP investors are in their exposure to the asset amid the broader market downturn. At press time, XRP was trading with a massive 12% dip at $2.18. Currently, we've got one XRP, guys. By the way, let's just bring up the price right here, $2.31. So recovering a little bit, maintaining what was former support, I guess, from a couple of weeks ago here, 2-3 weeks ago. So we are staying now above that line. Did dip down after that liquidity event. XRP, I got to say, just as a side note, actually recovering and holding up quite nicely. But anyway, let's get back to this. While this price performance is concerning, Farina believes XRP holders should be less worried about the price action. He stressed the significance of the earliness in XRP by highlighting the small amount of tokens it takes to rank amongst the wealthiest XRP holders. So what he is pointing out here, guys, and I don't know if you know this resource here, rich-list.info. This has been around for a while, or a different iteration of this has been around for a while. Vitsvin stopped working on it, so somebody else took the reins and created their own XRP rich list. So I've been following these metrics for quite some time. Take a look down here, guys, percentage of accounts with balances starting at, and you can see down here, 2,506 XRP is all you need to be in the top 10%. And so if you own more than that, if you own anywhere between that amount and 9,136 XRP, well, you're in the 5%. If you own over 53,000 XRP, you are in the top 1%. And guys, if you own almost 400,000 XRP or more, you are in the top 0.1% of XRP holders. So it does go to show you how early on we are. I will, of course, leave this resource in the description of the video, rich-list.info. So, I mean, I guess the real question is this enough XRP to create generational wealth? I think this all depends. How long are you willing to hold your XRP? Do you want to sell out now, cash out for profit? Are you going to hold all your XRP until it hits a certain price? Are you going to stagger sell orders? Maybe sell some, maybe keep some? These are all very interesting questions, very good questions, and I get asked this by my Patreon subscribers all the time. For more information on what I'm personally doing, how much XRP I think I should keep it, I mean, that number is going to depend on many different factors. We talk about these types of things and more over there at patreon.com/workingmoney channel if you're interested in following what I'm doing this bull run. This is the thing, guys. We can't mess this up. As Raul Powell says, this is the biggest macro trade opportunity our generation will likely see. So, I mean, we can't. It's just not an option. Don't mess this up. That's just my opinion. But I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.